crazy movie. So first of all, this movie's filmed in it's filmed in the POV like view, right?
I like POV.
The whole movie's filmed in POV.
Okay.
So basically the movie starts off, I'm not going to tell you every single detail because it's very very like very intricate, but what I will tell you, I don't even know if I said that word right, but what I will tell you is this guy lives in Tokyo, right? And he's like just a low tier drug dealer.
I always
right?
want to go to Tokyo.
Pardon?
So I always want to go to Tokyo.
Yeah, me too. Let's run it.
I'm down.
Do CP there. I literally want to do that.
I'm so bro, and then go to where they got all the neon lights and everything. Bro, I'll literally.
I could die
out.
happy.
I would die on the spot.
I think I need to go there and then also Egypt.
I've heard bad things about Egypt.
Me too. But wait, let me tell you the story.
Tell me the story and then we'll talk Egypt.
So, the movie starts off, he's just a guy living in Tokyo. He ends up taking a hit of DMT. If you don't know what DMT is, it's dimethyltryptamine, which is one of the highest tiers of psychedelics known to man.
I want to do it.
If you take it, you will leave Earth, and depending on the dose you take, you will probably meet entities. You'll go into another dimension. The time that you're there might feel like hours and days.
It's only 15 minutes.
It's only 15 minutes. So he takes the hit of DMT, and it's in POV, right? So you could see him actually like progressively entering the dimensions and like seeing like entities and all that shit.
And where'd you watch this?
Just on some free streaming website.
Okay.
So yeah, so he's tripping balls, blah, blah, blah. And then his boy calls him and comes to his door. So he's kind of still like, he's coming down when his boy comes in. And then he's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. He gets a phone call to do a deal, right?
He's a drug dealer.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what happens when you're a drug dealer. You got phone calls to do some business. You know
you
what I
get
mean?
phone calls, people, yo, I need, and you just pull up.
You signed up for that lifestyle, bro. Don't fucking complain.
Hey, bro, I met up with a couple drug dealers, and all I can say is,
sometimes they think you're their friend and they tell you to stay way too long, and then you see their parents, and then their parents know what you're doing, and it's just very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Shut up. Bro, that was uncomfortable. But anyways, so this is where it gets good. So he ends up going to this bar called The Void, right?
Yeah.
And when he meets his boy looks very distressed and fucking like, he's like shaking and shit. He's like, yo, you good, bro? Like, I'm just here to chop you some pills. And then when he looks to his right, there's a bunch of like Japanese men staring at him, and he realizes it's a sting. So he sprints to the washroom and tries to flush all the pills down the toilet.
Is he still on DMT? He's not still on DMT.
No, he's come down. He's still like maybe like 100th fried. Bro, you know what I mean?
Taking like, that's like your day starts off, you're good, right? Whatever, you're chilling. Do a little bit of DMT, you're having a good time. Next thing you know, you're literally fighting for your life.
Yeah, literally.
That's
so what happens, bro, is all the cops are banging on the door because he locked it. They're like, come out, blah blah blah, and then he's panicking. The toilet's fucking poo. It's barely flushing, so the pills are just floating.
I hate when
and you know what this fucker says, bro? He says, "I'm armed." Right? Once again, this is all in POV.
Is this so he could buy himself time?
Yeah. So he's like, "I'm armed." The moment he says I'm armed, they shoot him through the door, bro. And then he's looking at himself, bleeding out. Okay, that's a weird bug. He's bleeding out, and he's like in shock. Like, I just got shot, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Well, yeah, you just told me you had a fucking blizzy on you, dude.
Dumbass, right? So then he falls to the ground, and he's like shaking, like it's going fucking, dark and whatnot. And then it goes dark for a second. Then he comes up, and then he sees himself on the floor.
Oh,
so
like
then the movie. This is the first 20 minutes of the movie. The movie then progresses to him in the spirit world, literally going through past and present, witnessing how his death affects everyone around him.
Oh, that's cool.
And also how it's like how his life is linked to his past.
Yeah.
And he has some weird relationship with his sister. His sister wants to fuck him, bro. It's a crazy.
But is this a whole Japanese movie?
No, it's an English movie.
It's an English movie, but like the main character's Japanese.
But with white cast, so it's like
that's weird because
weird.
It's a very Japanese thing, especially in anime, where like your sibling wants to fuck you. I don't get it. I don't understand.
So long story short, bro, there's so much shit that goes on, bro. He made a pact with his sister after his parents died when he was young that he was always gonna take care of her, and then she got sent to a fucking foster home, and then 10 years, like the years went by. He saved enough money to bring his sister back. Then his sister wanted to fuck him. Then he got shot. She was fucking distressed. The guy the guy that set up this thing killed him because the drug dealer fucked his mom in order to get enough money to bring his sister to Tokyo, bro.
Damn.
And then, long story short, his sister's like a
Family
stripper.
Feud.
His sister's a stripper. She's like kind of like a hooker.
She bad?
She's a little bad. There's a lot of sex scenes in the movie, so if you want to get bricked up, watch that shit.
R-rated?
Yeah, 100%.
God bless.
Long story short, so he's literally like flying through dimensions and just
Exploring.
in the spirit world, bro.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
like
yeah.
a spirit. It's fucked. The end of the movie is his sister getting clapped, right? Okay. And then the movie the shot progresses to an internal shot of the penis going in the vagina.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's that kind of movie,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. And then the guy ejaculates, and the sperm travels, and he's into he becomes the sperm, and then he's the sperm that impregnates.
So now-
wait. He's the sperm that impregnates
His sister.
And then his sister gives birth to a baby, and he's crying in the room, and he reincarnated as his sister's son, and that's the end of the movie.
Wow.
It's a fucking
That-
wild
bro, that's
trip.
a lot. First of all, bro. And he saw all this happening, but then the moment he was born, his mind just gets erased,
Yeah.
essentially. That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. So it made me think, right?
That's so wild.
It made me think. This is a really like wild take, but you know how genetics are a thing, right?
Uh-huh.
What if genetics are just an excuse of like you're just like a cycle? So like, what if I'm like my great grandpa?
Like, your family is your family?
Cause you're like, you got traits to your family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If your dad's like likes music, there's a very high chance you're gonna like music as well.
Yeah, so it carries down.
So that bloodline thing, right? What if it's just you're reincarnating and the excuse is like, oh, it's genetics, but it's actually like just a cycle of like, I don't know, bro. I'm fucking freaking out.
That's crazy, bro.
But
That's actually a very
the
interesting
movie is
concept.
fucked. I really recommend you to watch it because there's a lot of shit that I missed out. I gave you pretty much like the biggest points, but
Yeah.
changed my life, man.
Nah, that does sound very interesting. I'll probably check that
It's
out.
called
actually.
Into the Void.
Into
Watch
the-
it if you're interested.
That sounds really cool. I like mindfuck movies, and I really love, like, my favorite like shit to watch is like a cyberpunk style futuristic movie.
This one wasn't too futuristic, but it was.
I know
in
it wasn't,
Tokyo,
but
so it's kinda
like
there.
I like fucked up cyberpunk concepts like that, because that like maybe not like cyberpunk necessarily, but like the concept you said is like really like mindfuck crazy. Like, I love someone with like a crazy intricate like story.
Bro,
just don't make it
crazy.
overly. Don't be Christopher Nolan trying to direct like Memento. Like, I get what you're doing, bro.
But
like,
we
it's
gotta go
a
watch
lot.
Oppenheimer.
Oh, bro. Oh my.
Do you want to go together?
100%.
We have to go to the Cineplex in Square
I
One.
want the biggest IMAX screen
because
that we
it's
can
not
get.
even the biggest, bro. It's the projection. You got to watch it at a 70 millimeter.
Yeah, that's what I
thing.
mean. That's like
And-
the biggest one.
Oh, is
That's-
that what it is?
Bro, I've seen videos of people walking into the theater and they pan, and not every movie theater has this because it's a bit like the film, because it's shot on film too, bro. This fucking, like, they had to create, like, IMAX had to send out things to these specific theaters that were going to be playing this to enlarge their film reel thing, because the movie is so fucking big, right? Like the reel of it, that they had to make it wider. I saw a video of someone saying it comes out, like, it sticks out like an extra amount of like
Damn,
centimeters
that's
or
sick,
whatever.
though.
It's crazy. And this one video, bro, this guy's walking into the theater, like just like down the tunnel, and then he like starts, you can see a little bit of the screen, and then he starts panning up to show the whole screen, bro. It's
Bruh.
fucking gigantic, bro.
That's beautiful, bro. That's an
Bro.
experience, bro. Apparently
that's a
they
very important movie,
apparently they detonated a real atomic
No,
bomb.
no, he
Okay,
didn't.
that's a myth.
Yeah.
Okay.
He did, because Christopher Nolan doesn't like to use like visual effects. He likes practical effects,
Like
right?
like real shit, right?
He likes real shit. Like in I never finished this movie. I probably should. His last big movie that came out with Robert Pattinson and Denzel Washington's son, if I'm not
It's not
mistaken.
the Lighthouse, right?
No, he didn't direct Lighthouse. I'm blanking on what it's fucking called.
Batman.
No, Batman. I'll tell you another thing about that he did for Batman too. But
Christopher Nolan was Batman?
yeah, bro, like the Christian Bale Batmans, all three, that's him. That's him, bro. That's him. He's one
Shout
of
out
the
that
greatest, if not the, I would say he's probably the greatest director I've ever seen. He's up there with like him, Ridley Scott,
Cameron fucking
James
Diaz?
Cameron, Cameron Diaz, James Cameron.
she used to bring me up, bro, and
Quentin
fucking
Tarantino.
and fucking Charlie's Angels, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. That's wild.
He apparently but the other movie I'm thinking about, which I can't remember the name, and I'm kind of pissed off. There's a scene where a Boeing 747 crashes into a terminal in the airport. He had crashed a real Boeing 747 into the thing.
Wow.
Yeah. When he did, I'm pretty sure he did Interstellar. So,
Damn.
Red Tail Squirrel. What he did for Interstellar, there's a scene
Redbone alert.
Have you seen Interstellar?
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
So you know the scene where Matthew McConaughey's driving through the cornfield?
Okay.
That's real. He planted like an acre or so. God knows how much. He planted a fuck ton of corn because no farmer wasn't going to be able to go to a farm and be, yo, let me just drive through your field.
Facts.
They weren't like, no one was like allowing him.
Unless he provides the bag.
So because they're like, no, we're going to charge you
This is literally my livelihood,
Exactly.
bro. Like,
And
don't
I'm
break my fucking job.
Exactly. So what he did is he planted. He got a farm, bro. He planted real corn, waited for it to grow, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Once it grew, and then after they shot the scene, they harvested the rest of the corn and sold it and used that to cover more money on the budget. Yeah.
That's
to make
smart.
money back. When he did Batman, I think it was the second one with the Joker. First of all, the Batmobile, he made it. It's real. Like that Batmobile, the Tumbler they call it, it's a real vehicle that they made. But there's a scene where they're driving through the tunnels in downtown Chicago. And like this like underground like bypass thing.
So wait, I got a question.
Yeah.
Is the Batmobile like it's not like any car that's available in the market that got modded? It's literally
It's custom made, I'm pretty sure. And they took like an engine out of whatever and then they made it.
just made it.
He made it. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So the scene where they're driving, the Joker's breaking someone out, trying to get someone out of like some fucking SWAT van. There's a scene where the Batmobile, if I'm not mistaken, there's like a garbage truck coming and the Batmobile drives like under it and like props it up, and then the garbage truck is like scraping along the fucking ceiling of this like overpass, whatever. So he recreated that whole thing, but now he did like a miniature scale of it. So it's like RC, but when you watch it in the movie, it obviously looks fucking real as shit, right? But in reality, it's literally like to size scale, like maybe like this big, and they took the camera and they filmed it, and then they did such a good job at making the miniatures look real, so that when you watch the scene, you think it's all real, but in reality, it's an RC car, bro.
That's crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
he loves practical effects. He did detonate some shit, if I'm not mistaken, though, for Oppenheimer, but I don't think it was an actual nuke. He probably could, bro.
Yeah, bro.
100%.
Drop a little nuke, fuck it.
You ever heard the whole thing about Bikini Bottom? Like the SpongeBob like theory? They like kind of base it off of a real thing about
how
like,
it's like it's just like a radioactive fucking result of
But do you know like that's based off of a real thing?
really.
There's an island called Bikini Island, right? It's this place randomly in the ocean. I want to say if you're gonna look at the map, if you're looking at any map, it's you're gonna be looking at really close to what's the fucking place? Like New Zealand, Australia. Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, got
Wanna
some
come
fans.
join?
Oh, no. No, you can't suck our dicks right now.
Honestly, if you're 90% bald like that, just get rid of the rest of your hair. Sorry. Don't piss me off. You got hair all the way at the fucking back. What are you brushing, bro? What are you styling, bro? Anyways, I'm
just
dissing
denial.
some random guys walking by. Don't look at me because I will fucking...
But yeah, bro.
But yeah, so...
Bikini Bottom.
This Bikini Island, right? Or these Bikini... Whatever. It's kind of near like New Zealand, Samoa, and all that stuff. So what it is essentially is where they were testing nukes.
Uh-huh.
So it's this island. It's a big like it's an island, but like surrounded with it's like a makes like a circle, smaller islands in this whole area. It's still uninhabitable because they were just blowing up nukes their whole time. There lives 8 people live there now, and their only jobs, bro. I think some of them are descendants of people that actually used to live there, but their only jobs is just they're essentially like landscapers, like fucking they just do upkeep in the buildings that are there, you know what I mean? Because it's been long abandoned essentially.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, bro, they blew up so many things there. Now the fish are kind of starting to return to the area. The coral reefs are starting to grow.
They have 2 eyes again.
Yeah, but
They're not all bricked up.
But yeah, like it was really like fuck there. Like you can't go and live there and shit. It's where they used to just blow up bombs. Because before they were doing it somewhere in the States where they show you when you watch Oppenheimer. But then they started to just do it in other places. Because the place that makes the most sense realistically, put it in like somewhere in the middle of the ocean, far away from everything.
But still, bro,
blow it
like
up.
if you put it in the ocean, my problem with that is that you're also compromising all the lives of all those fucking sea lives, right? Or sea creatures, right? So I don't know if it was you who sent a video to a group chat of a bomb being detonated in like the ocean.
Yeah.
It was you, right?
Fuck. Yeah, it was
That's a video-
44,000 ton bomb. blowing up. They blew it up in the
It's
ocean.
sick, but like
I mean,
taking
but that wasn't
the-
radioactive.
regardless, you're killing
Nah, bro.
something.
When you're in an ocean, bro, and you're in an area where it's that deep, the odds of fish being close to the surface, I think, is very minimal.
True.
You know what I mean? Even when I go
guess-
fishing with my dad, bro, the times where you do, like, if we're in,
And that's a lake.
that's a lake. But when we're in, like, let's say fucking 3-4 feet of water, you still don't really see them at the top. They're all down at the vegetation. So then when you see, like, when you're closer to, like, the middle of a lake or whatever, they're, like, very, like, they're deep in there, bro. Like, they like to live towards the bottom and stuff, right?
Damn.
So I think when you're deep in an ocean where it's super deep like that, you're not really going to be necessarily seeing that kind of shit at the
Makes
top.
sense.
But if it's a nuclear one, yeah, I do agree, because then you have all that nuclear waste, that radioactive remnants, whatever.
Yo, before I forget, I want to tell you something about death real quick.
Death?
Yeah.
I love talking about death.
So, okay, so I came across a documentary on TikTok that I had to give a shot, right? And basically, it's about I feel like bro, this is one of the most fucked up documentaries I've ever seen in my entire life.
You know
and
me, bro. I like fucked up shit.
And I only saw 10 minutes of it because it was right before bed. But when I tell you what it's about, it's so fucked, bro. It's fucked. Okay, so it's basically about an embalmer in Colombia, in one of the worst cities in Colombia. If you don't know what an embalmer is, it's basically the people that prepare the bodies after they're dead to be able to be shown at viewings.
They put the embalming fluid.
Yeah.
They pretty much preserve your body so you don't look like you're rotting.
Yeah,
They put
and
makeup on you. They put clothes on you.
You still don't look like yourself, but you look good enough.
Yeah.
To
Nobody
just
looks
for-
like themselves when they're dead, bro. I've seen a lot of, like, dead people at funerals, and they never look like themselves.
It's like something's definitely missing. You know what I mean?
That's the life, bro.
So basically, bro, with this documentary, this guy goes and follows this embalmer in Colombia, right? And the embalmer is fucking in the slums, right? And the documentary starts with, like, just a dead body on the floor that got stabbed, bro. And this is, like, real footage, right? And then they follow the life of the embalmer. So the embalmer's shop is in some next fucking plaza, bro. And his shop is just so... once you go inside, it's so unsanitary, bro. It just looks like it's a garage. It does not look like a place where people would be, you know, taking care of dead bodies, right?
Well, that's because it's South America, bro.
100%.
Trust me. Like, dude.
Come on.
Okay, also, I don't want to interrupt your
No,
story.
okay.
We're going to go back to it. But
Yeah.
just to touch on this car alarm going on in the back, I just want to say, we're in a camp place, right? And it says no radios. First of all, you know your fucking sticker is old when it also says no iPods, okay? First of all, who the fuck is using an iPod? Use your phone nowadays. Unless you're a young kid. But even then, kids have access
you're that
to
guy-
iPads with fucking 3G. They're over here watching RedTube on the fucking road trip.
Oh,
What's
God.
going on? What are we doing? So it says that shit, right? Like no radios. The first thing that we hear after we read this fucking sign is just hear a kid scream crying in the back.
Yep.
So I can't play my fucking
Turner
Latino music,
Turner de la Vida.
but one kid can just scream cry for 20 minutes. Make that make sense.
It should be equal for everyone.
Facts. Now go back to your story. My bad, bro.
So, okay. So the documentary starts, right? He's got a dead body on the table, or on his little embalmer rack. I don't know what it's called. It kind of looks like that barbecue thing there. So it's got, like, railings, and then it's got a place to hold the liquids and whatnot, right?
Delicious.
Ugh.
Milkshake.
So the documentary starts in his shop, and he's like, yeah, like, here in this town I charge 50 the equivalent of 50 USD to embalm a body, as when in the city it usually costs 500, but
Wow.
because we're in the slums,
Speak of bargain, bro.
that's what I cost. And he's been doing it for 50 years, right?
So you know what he's doing.
So the
I
video starts with, or the documentary starts with him, like, starting to scalp open, like, a dead body, right? And it's so graphic, bro.
Yeah.
He's cutting it, and he starts taking out the tripes, the intestines, and putting it on the side. Then he flips the body, and just a flush of liquid comes out. And he's like, yeah, like, the body's lost some weight, blah, blah, blah. And bro, you're seeing everything. It's so graphic, bro. And
Yeah.
keep in mind, this was literally before I was going to bed, so I was freaking out a little bit. And it's so fucking graphic, bro. But he's so, like, desensitized to it because he's been doing it for so long. And then the part that really got me, bro, is after he took care of that body, someone brought him a little box, bro, the size of this table, and he opens it, and it's a fucking toddler, right? It's a dead toddler. And he goes to the camera. He's like, "Oh, this sucks. Like, this is so sad, but it is what it is." He's like, "I'm not even gonna embalm this baby because it's a sin. Like, what am I gonna take out, bro? It's gonna be a shoelace length of fucking intestine, bro."
Yeah.
So, bro, this guy takes out the baby from the box and he holds it up by the neck and he's showing the camera, bro, and it's literally a dead baby. Ooh, and then the next scene is him like fucking
that's so brutal,
like stuffing the mouth with cotton and stitching it up, and then he dresses him and puts him back in the box. The next scene is his niece coming into his shop, who's like a teenager. He's like, "Yo, you hungry? Like, you want to go to the restaurant?" Like, bro, he's still working on the body. He's like, "You want to go get some you want to go get some lunch after? Like, I'm kind of hungry. I'm kind of marv right now, bro. Like, all this meat's making me marv." And then the niece is like, "No, I'm good." And bro, the level of reality you get to witness in this documentary is so mind-blowing because it's so fucking graphic and they're literally not holding back on anything, bro. And it's a lot. I only got through 10 minutes and I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch the rest of the 50 minutes of this.
Can you send me that?
I have the link saved. I have the link open in a tab. I have one of my tabs open with the video. Look, if you're gonna search something that you shouldn't be searching, if you're gonna be looking at something shouldn't be looking, go on private and close the tab after you're done.
Yeah. Least you could do. Doesn't matter if it's something that someone else is gonna use. My personal, it doesn't matter. Just have the decency.
I could be looking at a fucking just educational content. I'm gonna close that tab.
Yeah, I always close my. I only keep tabs open with something where I'm like, yeah, I want to go back, or I keep tabs open on my phone. Like if you go up and you start scrolling my shit, you'll see shit that is like either shit that I want to buy so I don't lose it, or like motivational kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like I got a tab open for Porsche 911 Turbo S because I want one day. So I manifest myself to like I'm gonna get to that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna end up getting one.
You will.
So it's like I have it open. So when I look through my fucking what do I got open? I see it. I'm like, hey, yeah, let's
one
go.
day it'll be mine because it's already yours.
So one day it's gonna be mine.
It's already yours.
It's already mine. There's one waiting for me, bro. I just gotta go get it.
Manifestation is real.
But I used to when I was younger. I used to get like scared. I guess. Like seeing shit like that. You know what I mean?
Same.
Like death related stuff and all that stuff. And then like I guess as I grew up, I started obviously become a little desensitized to that stuff because you're playing games, you're watching movies. Obviously the movies are fake, the games are fake, right? But like then you start to kind of get used to it. But then I would see things, well, especially on Twitter, bro. My Twitter is fucking the Wild West, right? My Twitter, you'll see someone get stabbed or shot in the head, gory as fuck, and then you'll just see like bro, a pair of boobs, and then next thing you know, you're seeing something.
You're literally
about,
scared,
like,
and then
Joe
you get
Biden
horny, and then
down.
you get scared again on Twitter.
Yeah.
Wasn't it you who sent the video to the group chat of the fucking person that got caught under the bus and all their fucking organs?
Oh, in New York. Yeah.
That was a lot.
Oh, yo, that girl got dragged, bro. She got dragged like fuck.
And and like her head wasn't crushed, right? It was like straight like rippage from the body.
It was all her guts, bro.
So she felt it for a bit.
Yeah, her intestines, bro, were from like literally like from one corner of like a curb that crosses the street to the other curb and goes far. Like she is like, you know what I mean? Like part of me though, when I was still like kind of like uneasy looking at that stuff, I'm like, I don't want to see it. Something in my head was kind of like, no, like you should look at this because this is what the earth is.
It's
like
real life. I
guess
guess
this is real life. People die. You know what I mean? People die. People don't like. It's like you see an animal, right? And then when people
like roadkill, right?
Roadkill, whatever. Like that's almost in some ways, bro. Like they got hit by a car. They could have died on the spot. It's almost some ways like that's a luxurious death for them. As opposed to being because I also follow and I sent it to you.
Yeah, you sent some out of pocket nature videos,
yeah,
bro.
I follow this great page called Nature's Metal. If anyone has heard about it or hasn't heard about it, follows it, whatever, I highly recommend you look at it. Even if you're not gonna follow it, whatever, like take a look at it because it's the end of the day, it's nature, bro. It's nature. So like when I sent not too long ago, I think it was like a lion took down like a fucking like I don't know if it was like a gazelle or some shit, some animal, bro. And it yanks out, this thing was pregnant, yanks out the fetus that was almost born, bro, okay? And just starts eating it. You know what I mean? It's just shit like that. But like, that's nature, bro. That's nature. That lion, that
real
tiger,
life.
whatever, it was hungry. It found something to eat, okay? It hunted it. It killed it. It ate it. It doesn't look at it like, oh, you were pregnant and you had a kid. No. It's, okay, more food.
I need food.
It's more food. This is my dessert. You know what I mean? Like, that's the way animals look at shit. And that's just the way, like, that's the animal kingdom, bro.
Honestly, bro, the only way I was able to get through that documentary is I kind of like convinced myself that it wasn't real. You know what I mean? You know when you like go like you watch a Saw movie and everything, it's mad gory, but in the deep down inside, you're like, okay, this is fake. These are props. It's not real. I had the same mindset watching this embalmer shit, bro, because it's a lot, bro. Like I need to show you.
I want to see it. That mentality is what I have whenever I see something that, like if I see a real life ghost video, I'm like, like I don't care. Like I'm like, okay, whatever. But when I watch like a horror movie or some shit, I always remind myself, okay, this shit's fake.
Yeah,
because that freaks. Watching a horror movie that is completely made up, visual effects, CGI, all that stuff, that scares me more than watching a video of like somebody actually like.
I get mad scared at movies if I go like zooked out of my mind, right? Like, cause then I think that mental control of being like, yeah, this is a movie, it's fake, it kind of gets pushed to the back, and you just get so much more immersed into the show or movie you're watching, which then affects you. Which in a way, I kind of prefer that, cause if I'm going to watch a horror movie, like scare me.
No, 100%. I don't want to watch a horror movie that I'm kind of like. Also, you know what I hate about horror movies? When they're like, what I like about like The Conjuring is when they fight back, it's like a religious fight back, blah, blah, blah. Here's a cross, blah, shit like that, right?
Yeah.
I hate, like, I was watching Insidious. I think it was Insidious 1, okay? And I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. Like, this is like kind of creepy, it's scary, whatever. I'm liking it. And then the end, bro. Homeboy's like, I'm going to go through this door. I'm going to go to hell, and I'm going to fist fight the devil. And he's doing that, and I'm like, buddy, if you can do it and you're a fucking 50-year-old man,
chump,
I will fold the devil.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So then it becomes like, okay, well, like, don't give me the moment they give the characters a way to like actually like physically fight back, bro, and defeat these fucking demons, whatever it is. Even like the It movies, the first one, bro, like, I mean, I liked both of them, like the new ones. I loved both of them. I thought they were funny. They were great. But when they're able to literally like start shooting at him and he's like dying, he's taking damage, then I'm like, now you're showing me that even though he's not human, you're putting a human aspect to it because you're doing damage on this guy.
Realistically, like when you face these type of
entities,
demons or entities, like the scary part, in my opinion, is when you can't defeat them. Right?
Yeah, that's what I like. They can't defeat him. They
gotta
find a way to
stay. Right?
They gotta find a loophole to stop him, put him back in the book, or you know what I mean, or like put him back in like his vessel, right? Like the Annabelle shit. They managed to kind of like put the demon back in the doll, and then they put her away.
You'll fuck the shit out of that doll.
I'll fist fight the fuck out of that little bitch.
That
little whore.
That FB.
Yeah, that's literally what I was thinking. Yeah.
Well, that was fun.
That was fun. That was good shit. That was first episode. We're gonna come out with another one. I don't know if
this is probably a two-parter.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. Who knows?
Who knows? But we're back out in nature again. We're camping. We're getting away from the city, even though we're still fairly close, which is weird.
But still, this is good, bro. I need this.
Yeah.
This is like recharging my soul, bro.
No, 100%. And we got the water nearby. We'll go to after we record our second one. And what are we eating for dinner, bro? Fuck, I'm gonna pass out.
On today's fucking menu, we got some steak, bro. We got some shrimp fucking skewers, bro. And to top it off, we got some potatoes and mayonnaise, bro. Like,
you don't need anything else.
It doesn't get better than that.
It does not get better than that. You got surf and turf,
bro.
Think about it, bro.
And we got a legit barbecue. Last time we did it on the fucking cast iron, which is still good, but when you fucking cook meat on the barbecue, it's a different type of vibe,
100%, bro.
Look at that little thing over there, bro.
Bro, that's a... Oh, we got everything so small in this fucking thing.
That looks like really small.
We got a tiny-ass table. We got a tiny-ass barbecue, tiny-ass tent. Yeah, everything's small, bruh. Everything's small, unlike Jason Love. And just to wrap it up, remember, if you're on a boat and it's sinking, you better hope you got Jason Love in there to plug the fuck out of that hole. Because if you don't, dude, your ship's going down. Your ship's going down. You know who's going to be floating in the ocean, no problem? Jason Love with that fucking... bro. Ocean Gate. We didn't even get to talk about that.
We'll run that on the next pod.
We got to talk about Ocean. That's how we're going to start the next pod is Ocean Gate.
Yeah. Fuck. I'm fucking sick to my stomach.
R.I.P. first of all.
Yeah. But
lives were lost.
Okay? Enough of that. If you want Ocean Gate, tune into the next one, motherfucker.
Yeah. And thank you guys for tuning back in.
Turn in their la vide.
We'll see you guys in a hot minute.
Yo.